It is so good to be back. Welcome to the Arrogant Witch YouTube show. I am Witch Naima, and today's topic is premium pricing for money-hungry witches. So I am, the Arrogant Witch community is here to support Magical Melanin Witches come out of hiding into full power so they can do the work that came to Earth to do and to be paid well for it. So, I'm so excited about today's topic. So if you're here for the very first time, this show is every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern. I still got to think about it. And I'm here today because yesterday I was in another town that's about an hour and a half away here in Columbia. And when I got there and I was setting up shop, they were like, the Wi-Fi doesn't work very good citywide. And I was like, what? So I tried. And they were right, it did not work. And so I said, okay, we're gonna have yesterday's show today. So even though I'm here today at 2 p.m. Eastern, the show is actually on Mondays at 2 p.m. Eastern. So if you decide to return, then I will see you next Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern. So I'm so excited about today's topic. But before I get into the topic, I just like to talk about very quickly, encourage you all to please follow your irrational hunches. Please. So this, and this takes time and it takes practice. So when I went to bed Sunday night, I had no plans to go out of town. Like yesterday was not planned, okay? And when I woke up, there was just this go, get out, go to another town, go, and not somewhere like within a 20-minute drive, go out. And immediately Guatapé came to mind. I've been there before. Got to and I got out of bed immediately. I didn't even should I don't know, I got to do the show today. It's just not a good idea. And those of you who come into the Arrogant Witch community, right, doors open August 2nd. Those of you who especially are going to be working more closely and intimately with me inside of the 10K within 60 days course, this agileness in your way of being to respond to impulses without drowning yourself in a bunch of thoughts about, well, I can't, and I need to, and you will learn, you must, because when I tell you how invigorated, this is just one night, I am so invigorated. The air, I forgot how different the air is there. And then I got Magic Tour next week, and it's I feel more spacious, because I've been feeling so busy and tired more often than not, and following that impulse, right? When I could have been well, I have the show, I'm busy today. And look, the show ended up being canceled. Did we die? You know what I mean? Yeah, we didn't have the show yesterday, but we're having it today. Yes, the Arrogant Witch community didn't meet yesterday, but we're meeting today. Life continues, and I'm better. Right? And so if you want to be better, you want to be spacious, you want to be able to also even start to get more speed and more higher quality of impulses that come to you, that you respond. When you start making that a habit, life just gets juicier and richer. When you make it a habit to not do what you know, the impulses and the instructions, you make it a habit not to, your life force energy declines. Life starts to feel less juicy and good and rich. So that's just a little opening prelude to today's topic, okay? So I feel so good. I feel so energized. I feel so much more ready for Magic Tour next week. I feel so much more ready to meet my ladies today at 3 o'clock. And I have a massage tomorrow. I'm just yes, make sure you are taking care of you. Make sure you are taken care of. Make it normal, not a luxury. Normal, okay? Yay! Okay, so today's topic, premium pricing for money-hungry witches. I love it. So first of all, I love the topics of sex and money. Why? Because I deal in the realm of multi-dimensional power. And for most women, right, and men have their place too, right now I'm talking about women, okay? For most women, sex and money hold tremendous power for us. So shadow and shame around sex and money. Power around sex and money, truths, personal truths and desires around sex and money. So if you're serious about coming into full power, play with money. Play with all of, okay, well, I feel like today is going to be long, so stick around. Baby, I got it to give. I'm running on a full cup. We overflowing today. All right. All right. So okay, I got notes and things here. So where do I want to start? This is where I want to start. This is where I want to start. So Sept, if you don't know, is you might call him a legend in the marketing world and the human connection world. Sept, he's written so many books. And he has a blog. He writes like every day, I think. And I used to really follow his blog. I don't so much now, but I have something I want to read from him. It's actually published by the Harvard Business Review, and it's titled, "To Win, Create What's Scarce." That's the title. To win, create what's scarce. Okay. For those of you who are on my email community, which is a great place to be because there's so much alchemical transmitting there. You may have recalled an email I sent out maybe 2-3 weeks ago, where I opened the email with a quote from Sept that talked about, in the world of services and human connection, that creating what's scarce is the way to win. So let me read something to you here. Here we go. If you can offer a scarce and coveted good or service that others can't, you win. What is both scarce and in demand? Things that are difficult. Remember I talked about things that are difficult. Difficult to conceive, difficult to convey, and difficult to make. I'm getting chills already. Sometimes difficult even at first to sell. Maybe an unpopular idea or product that's ahead of its time. Okay. In fact, just about the only thing that is not available in unlimited supply in an ever more efficient, connected world is the product of difficult work. Y'all go ahead and get comfortable. Go ahead and get comfortable, okay? I'm gonna repeat just the last sentence. In fact, just about the only thing that is not available in unlimited supply in an ever more efficient, connected world is the product of difficult work. Now, how does this relate to today's topic? Okay, let's get into it. Ooh, wow, yes. So today I'm going to be discussing specifically, because this money thing and stepping into power with money as a magical melanin witch is multi-pronged, it's multifaceted. Some elements that I will not be discussing now, but I will be teaching you and working with you and cultivating inside of my 8-week course, 10K within 60 days, is wealth consciousness. That's critical. Like, no matter what we put in, if you got poverty consciousness in a way that is invisible to you, you are not going to be able to create 10,000 or more within 60 days. So I'm not going to be going into wealth consciousness today, but this is what we'll be going into in my 8-week course. So wealth consciousness, also looking at what you have that's even bankable, right? That's typically found in your story, the forbidden elements of your story, the shadow sides of your story. Typically, that is what's most bankable and what separates you and what is difficult and what positions you in the marketplace is different from all the other chicks on the internet selling their shit. Okay. I'm not going into these today, but again, inside the 8-week course, yes. And then another thing is that we deal at an unconscious level inside of my course, inside of the arrogant. Everything is at an unconscious level because everything you're doing, well, it's not everything, 90% of your behavior every day, no matter how wonderful and magical you are, 90% of your behavior stems from what's in you that's unconscious. Okay. I love you. All right. So today I'm going to be talking about positioning. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. Positioning, like how are you able to place premium pricing on your products and services? And first of all, let me define premium. A lot of coaches and leaders in the transformation space consider 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 high ticket. To me, high ticket is 10,000 or more. Okay. A coaching package, a whatever, is 10,000 or more, right? Standards have been reduced drastically over the last several years because I think there's like folks want to democratize and make everything like accessible. And bitch, can you afford Gucci or can you not? Okay. Can you afford a Bentley or can you not? Bentley is not discounting anything for you. So are you going to discount your services? That's a whole other conversation. Okay. So finding the deeper. All right. So let's get into the positioning element. Okay. No. Let me back that up. All right. This is multi-pronged and I want to make sure I focus. Okay. So premium pricing and positioning, right? So how are you able to actually get on camera, write content, do whatever it is that you do, and be able to actually command whatever dollar amount you decide? Most of y'all are not starting at $10,000. Now, I'm not telling you not to. Like, if you genuinely feel ready to start offering a $10,000 coaching package, retreat, etc., go for it. For most of y'all, I think $1,000 to about $3,000 is where you're going to be able to start at and actually be able to sit with that in a sales conversation and in a video like this on Instagram Live or wherever it is you're going to be promoting what you're offering. All right. So there are three primary, right? There's always caveats and nuances, but there are three primary influencers when it comes to you being able to really command premium pricing. So when I say premium pricing, I mean 10,000 or more. Keep that in mind. All right. You can define premium pricing at 2,000 or more. I'm just telling you what I'm defining as premium pricing. Okay. So there are three key elements that influence your ability to be able to not only just say I'm charging $3,000, but actually get that into your bank account from people. Okay. Those three key influencers are, number one, and this is an order of importance. I made sure when I was writing this out, like, okay. One, the intensity of your desire. Well, I would like to, like, that would be cool. Like, man, that would be fucking awesome. Versus I'm making $10,000 within the next 60 days and actually meaning it. Okay. Number two, the decision, right? You probably have already been like, man, I want that car. I want that handbag. I want that house. I want that. But you've yet to decide that it's yours, right? When you decide, which is number two of the three influencers, when you decide that it's yours, you move like it's yours. You hold expectation like it's yours. It's not some distant thing that's like, I would like to have that. You see the difference in energy, right? Number three is, and this is, they're all important, but this one, when I was writing it, I was just like, damn, man, this is where it starts to get difficult, right? Remember what I read earlier today from Sept is that the way to be able to command what is scarce. And there's something I meant to say. I'm going to say it after this. In order to be able to, okay, so now's a good time to say it. So many people have watched me for years and eventually contact me and are like, I've been watching you for years, and they're just like, how? Like, more so newer people are more flabbergasted, but they're just like, especially for those who have looked around the transformation industry, right? If you've been online selling your services and you've looked around outside of Black people too, not if you've been looking at just Black people, then you're really like, right? Anyway, but if you've been looking around at the transformation industry at large, okay, you recognize how rare it is for Black men and women to command 2,000, 5,000, wait a minute, that's become less rare. What's become more rare is 10,000, 50,000, $100,000 packages. That is incredibly rare in the transformation industry. White folks are doing it all over the place. I know them. I've been in the masterminds, the coaching program. It's normal. Yeah. Okay. For us, incredibly rare. And number three, what I'm getting ready to share of these three is part of what separates those who would like to and those who actually do. It's how I have been able to be among the small group of Black melanin magical witches who have over time, keep in mind, I've been doing this for a decade. I'm not no new girl who would just like to see if I can, okay? So I have endured the struggle for years, okay? I have paid the price for years. You do not get to a place where you can command $100,000 for a price tag without even thinking twice. That takes what I'm getting ready to tell you in number three. And it takes doing it consistently, along with the other two that I said I will be teaching inside of my 8-week course. Number one, wealth consciousness, your shit got to be solid and you got to be honest with yourself. Number two, what you have that's bankable, your shadow shit, your weird shit, the shit that you're not supposed to talk about publicly, the shit that's gonna make people be like, that bitch is crazy. That's typically the domain of where you're most bankable, difficult, okay? That makes you able to place premium prices because people can look at you and say, oh, she not like every other Black bitch on the internet trying to sell some oracle card readings or tarot. You know what I'm saying? People isolate themselves by your way of being. They know, okay, she is different and special. So you're not, you know, trying to say, oh, my package is 2,000 and they looking at you like, right? Because you look like, you sound like, you vibrate like, you be like every other chick on the internet selling her shit, okay? And this is what you will learn how to, that fine separation is what you will learn inside of my course, okay? So the number three thing that makes this difficult, that makes you rare, that makes you able to put 2,000 plus on whatever it is that you're selling is your thoughts. Listen, your thoughts and feelings about you, money, and what you offer. And this includes your conscious and your unconscious thoughts about you, about money, and what you offer. Your conscious and unconscious thoughts about you, about money, and about what you offer. Okay, so let me elaborate. Right now, if I said, okay, I want you to go sit down and write out a $2,000 package with your services, whatever those services are, healing services, you know, helping women come into confidence with their body, helping women restore their heart so they can find love again. Fill in the blank, right? I said, your homework assignment is tonight, go sit down and write out a coaching package. I want you to write down what it is that you will be offering, why somebody should buy from you, how often you're going to meet with the client. Are they going to be required to pay in full? Or are you going to offer payments? Who does this actually truly really serve, right? Being specific about who gets the best value, not just like it's for everybody, but who gets the best value from this $2,000 amazing coaching program that you're offering. And I ask you to sit down and go write that out. And right now you're just using your imagination, and you could actually go do this tonight. How do you feel about that? What feelings does it bring up? Do you feel like you can? Do you believe it's valuable? What if I told you to go create a $20,000 coaching package? Same thing. Who is this best going to serve? Who will get the most value out of this? How do you feel about getting on IG Live discussing the benefits of your program, who it's for, speaking to their specific pain, speaking to their specific desire, and then saying on your IG Live, the investment for this coaching package is $20,000. DM me with your interest. I'm happy to get on a discovery call or whatever you decide is the name of your call. I'm happy to get on a discovery call to discuss how this can support you. And like doing that with full vibrational confidence and alignment, where people are like, she knows what she's talking about. I believe her. I want to work with her. Like, how do you feel about that? That is going to influence your ability, first of all, before you even get on camera, right? That's going to influence your ability to even be able to stand truly, confidently, so that when people see you, there's no like, I don't know, something just off about her. I don't know. And you're not going to know. The only way you're going to know people feel this is you ain't going to hear from nobody. Right? Because when you are speaking directly to the desires and the pain of the people that you serve, and you are clear that this is the work for you to do. That's why it says your feelings about you. Your feelings about you. How are you able to put premium pricing on your products and services? How do you feel about you? Are you valuable? What makes you valuable? Why should I or anybody else invest $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, $50,000 to work with you when I can go over here to Tamika and get me a $100 per hour healing session? Why should I buy from you? Girl, ain't nobody got no $10,000, girl. Niggas out here struggling. Girl, it's COVID. Niggas ain't got jobs. $10,000. What? These are the questions that you will answer. And the comfort, like solid comfort, that you will grow into, particularly inside of my 8-week course, because the course is for those who have decided that they're making, not people who want to try and see, let's try and see how this, let's maybe, let's try. I'm gonna see. Because part of what influences, okay, now, and I'm getting ready to be chaotic inside these three before I go over to positioning, okay? Part of your ability to be able to create miracles, financial miracles, and this is not no woo-woo shit. I don't deal in woo-woo. We talking cold hard cash, facts, and numbers. The miraculous is doing shit like calling in a coaching package, an amount that you've never seen before, blowing your own fucking mind. Part of how you're able to do that is you summon people by the strength and intensity of your desire. Number two. Order of importance. Number one, sorry. Number one. Number one, intensity of desire. Number two, decision. Number three, your thoughts and feelings about you, money, and what you offer. When you come into my course, or you make any decision that I'm making $10,000 in the next 6 days, 10,000 or more, language is very important, 10,000 or more than the next 60 days. Oh, let me share something with you. So you guys have heard about me, the deep depression I was in 2013. And see, listen to this, what I'm getting ready to share. And I actually have the screenshot. I'm going to find the screenshot and share it with my people. Okay, I was broke as shit. Okay, my mother was paying my $70 cell phone bill every month. I was sleeping in a room in her house. I had been crying myself to sleep, not showering for days at a time. I was broke. Okay. And when I made the decision, heard me say this repeatedly, that I was going to make money and service equally important. Remember I talked about that? Which is the energy that we're in inside of my 8-week course. Service and money equally important. It's not like I want to help people, but I can't charge that because people can't afford that, because that's me being greedy. I can't even afford that. How can other people afford that? Like all of that we deals with. Okay. So when I made the decision after all of that brokenness and being in the dark, and I came out sharper than ever, bitch, I was so motherfucking bright and fierce. See, that's the beauty of the dark. When you stop judging yourself and let yourself really be in the dark and enjoy it, you start getting the gold. All right, that's a whole other topic. And I remember I made the decision that I was getting rich. It wasn't like I hope. When I tell you my shit was like, bitch, it's mine. It's mine. This is after being broke as shit. So I don't care if you currently don't have the money. I don't care if you've never charged $5,000, $2,000. You can decide that the next 6 months, that the next 60 days is going to be radically different than the last 20 years of your life. You know, you can decide that with intense desire. If it feels greedy, let it be greedy. Enjoy feeling greedy. If it feels like too much, let it be too much. If it feels wrong and bad and you can't do it, let it be. Enjoy those feelings, okay? I remember I was so sincere and dogmatic that this was mine, that my audacious ass posted on Facebook, broke as shit, in a room in my mama's house, posted on Facebook. I want to say early 2014, sometime in 2014, I posted on Facebook, if you want to, I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember verbatim, but it was something like, if you want to watch a, magical woman make 6 figures in a year, watch me. If you want to be a part of making your own 6 figures, come work with me, right? I screenshotted that shit, bitch. Sure did, because my decision was intense. The desire, number one, intensity of desire. In the science of getting rich. Is it the science of getting rich? Yeah. You can get it for free on Google. Write your notes down, write your notes. You can go to Google right now and get a free copy of The Science of Getting Rich. The author is Wallace D. Wattles. In there, he talks about white hot burning desire. That's intensity of desire. This is mine. This is mine now. Where is it? And I've told the story repeatedly of, I was making money in my business, but I was just making money and I was bored and I was ready to blow my own mind. I was ready to make it rain. I was ready for financial miracles, blow my own mind. And I wanted to do 50,000 in a month. And I had never even done 20,000. Like, this was totally irrational, but the desire was intense. Read The Science of Getting Rich. So you learn how to even tap into desire and the sensation of rich, hot, pulsating desire, where you let yourself feel all the feelings that come with holding that desire with intensity. Okay. And then holding the desire, you gotta hold, because he talks about that in that book, where so many people, when they don't get the thing, when they expect it in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, that they release the intensity of the desire, which releases the magnetic power of calling the thing into your life. And so I remember, right, I was tested where I was like, okay, I'm doing 50,000 in a month. And it didn't come in a month. And I was just like, I remember questioning, like, maybe I'm asking for too much and you're going to feel like this. Well, you may or may not. I'm not going to put that on you like that. You may feel like this inside of the course, working on, because the goal is for you to create 10,000 or more within 60 days. I want you to come in with that expectation and that desire and choice. okay? And the reason why I say this is because I remember specifically a client from Germany. She told me she was trying to be responsible. I'm telling you, this the world will have your ass broke trying to be responsible. Not even just broke, but just like unhappy. So she had moved into a smaller apartment because she needs to reduce her expenses, because that's what all the financial people reduce your expenses and increase your income and save and all that. When you're dealing, first of all, when you're creating your own rules and you're dealing in the realm of the miraculous, none of that, what they say matters. What do you desire? Do you desire to live in a smaller apartment? So here she was living in this smaller apartment. And before she knew it, she created this tiny little world for herself. And she was just frustrated. I remember she contacted me. She had just found me on Facebook like 2 weeks prior. And this is what I'm telling you, okay? I got receipts. My shit works, okay? She found me on Facebook. She watched me. I think I had my radio show or something at the time. And she contacted me. We got on a sales call. And she was just like, I'm sick of it, with her German accent. And she's from Germany. And then I'm just so sick of it. And she was telling me all these things, trying to be responsible financially. And how she was in this tiny apartment and she was sick of it and all. And to work with me at that time privately, the deposit was $2,000. Okay, I think the coaching package was $15,000 or $20,000, and the deposit for us to start was $2,000. She did not have the deposit, but her desire was burning. And I can read people. So I knew she was serious. I know when somebody is just, trying to say the things to make me think that they're serious and when somebody is actually serious. And she was like, Naima, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna come up with this money. And I've been telling her, there are ways that you can come up with $2,000 like in the next week or two. And she was like, I'm gonna do this. I have to do this. I have to work with you. Tell me. So I told her what she can do to come up with the money. We made a call to get back on the phone a week from there for her to put down a deposit. That lady put down her deposit the next week. She was never late with her payments. But here is the other point that I want to get across. Because I'm telling you, for those of you who make the sincere decision that you're going to create 10,000 or more, that you're going to blow your own mind, that you're going to deal in the realm of the miraculous, you will make it rain. You will become rare. You will do the difficult work that Seth Godin talked about. And that is what allow you to command premium pricing. I did not get here because I just was being cute and just posting shit randomly on Instagram. And I'd like to emphasize something, and I'm going to finish share with you about her and why I'm even sharing it. I'm only just now starting, like, this arrogant witch community, $99. People think I'm crazy for $99 a month. It's because there's vision associated with that. It's not about just now, it's about later and growing it, first of all. Second of all, to work with me privately starts at $20,000. I've been able to be obscure and like have a small social media following and like not be famous, because when you're working at premium pricing, meaning that's been your positioning, that's been your brand, that's been your pricing, one client a month is enough. One, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000. That's all. So do you know you can do that? I feel like I'm all over the place because all this exciting stuff keeps coming through. I remember I was at this $1,000 workshop. Now, it wasn't even a workshop, it was a 3-day thing with this racist business coach. She's amazing, but she's racist as fuck, okay? It was $1,000 to get into her event. This event changed my fucking life, okay? One of the things that she said during this event that pissed me the fuck off, well, she said to the audience, there were about 300 of us in the room, and there were only a few Black people there. And she said to the audience, each and every one of you can decide right now that you're going to work with one client for the whole year for $100,000, but none of you are going to do that because you don't believe you can do it. When I tell you the level of anger that took over me when she said that, and the reason why I was angry is because it was true. It was true. First of all, 100,000. who is paying like all the things? Like, who is paying $100,000? You damn right, I don't believe I said. And I remember being so angry that that was true, right? And that I wasn't with all of me thinking I'm such a badass and I'm amazing and all this, that I actually didn't feel good enough, valuable enough, all that to charge that. And that I just hated that it was true, was what it came down to. I hated the fact that it was true. So the difficult work that's required, right? Let me go back to this client from Germany. So one of the first things I asked her when we first started working together is, tell me your honest, true, biggest desire. She said, Naima, my big desires, I have always wanted to travel to Hawaii. That was her big thing. And she wanted to move into a bigger apartment and she wanted to just travel more. But first Hawaii, but then she wanted to travel more. So she was already working with clients. She was a sex coach and, you know, she was charging, making money, right? But she was bored as shit and she knew she was undercharging. And so we immediately upped her prices. And I remember her getting on our coaching calls lethargic and her being like, Naima, I don't know, my body is hurting. My body is hurting. I don't know, am I asking for too much? This is a common question. For those of you who are in the 8-week course, this is like prepping you, okay? Naima, am I asking for too much? I don't know, my body hurts. I don't know, I just been feeling like I need to take naps. This is hard, you know, all that, right? And I had been there before, so I knew exactly what she was feeling like. And so I told her exactly what I did to move through that. When you are pulling from the miraculous by holding intense desire, number one of the 3, intense desire, not just like I would like to, I'm going to try, I hope I can make it. I hope I'm going to try. We'll see. That is not intense desire. That does not pull down from the miraculous. That will not make you rare in the marketplace. That will not allow you to be able to command premium pricing for what it is that you offer. Your body will hurt. I'm not going to say will hurt, but it may. Okay, because everybody has different reactions. You may feel like you want to quit. You may feel like this is wrong. You may feel like this is not for me. You may feel an innumerable number of feelings, right? And I've been doing this for a long time, darling. It is normal. You are not unique in feeling like you want to quit. You're not unique and your back hurting and you need to take more naps than normal and you feeling like you want to go eat a lot or any other unpredictable. I have that written into my contracts. That's how common these feelings are. That is written into the contract, that you are aware that when you enroll with the Academy for Womanhood, that you are agreeing that work of this nature naturally instigates innumerable feelings that are unpredictable and undesirable. That is written into the contract on purpose, because going through these feelings and not quitting, that when you have the feeling, you reach for a greater feeling, that when you have the fear, you reach for a greater power, that when you have this desire to pause, to quit, to whatever, that you know is not rooted in truth, that you know how to deal with it and that you don't quit, so that you can be among the rare ones in the marketplace that's commanding $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, and not another broad charging $47 for a motherfucking course. $29 for a course. I mean, listen, you can do that if it's strategy around that and it's not rooted in poverty consciousness. Most people are selling at that level because they're at a level of poverty consciousness. Okay. So I share this with you so that you know that this is a part of the experience of up leveling, becoming a premium priced, money hungry witch, where it becomes normal. Because this skill that you're going to cultivate, okay, and you see this, you see that how you immediately start separating yourself from everybody else, from all the other Black broads, even white broads, everybody. You see how you start separating yourself so that when they look at them, they just see another chick on the internet selling a coach, a life coach broad, her $100 an hour, whatever. But then they see you over here. Now I'm getting ready to segue. Who is has illuminated your shadow. You've defined what is bankable. This is what we get into inside of my 8-week course. You illuminate your shadow. We dig into your story. We find what is bankable. You then make the decision to own this thing that only you have. That's another part of positioning and being premium. Then you stand with that and you bring it to the camera. You bring it to whatever text that you're texting. You bring it to the communication that you're having in an enrollment call with a prospective client. You bring it into an email dialogue you have with someone who has expressed interest in your $2,000, your $5,000, hell, $1,000. That's where you need to start. Your $1,000, your $10,000 coaching program. The skills that you develop and sticking through the difficultiness. Because Seth Godin said, let me repeat this right here. Let me repeat this. Okay. The link, this is on hbr.org, Harvard Business Review, written by Seth Godin, who's a legend in the marketing space. Okay. He says, just about the only thing that is not available in unlimited supply. See, unlimited supply is all the other Black broads you can find on YouTube offering $45 tarot card readings. There's nothing wrong with tarot card readings, but is that your lane? Is that what you are looking to make of your career? Is that what you were made for as a magical melanin witch? Be clear. Just tell the truth, okay? Just about the only thing that is not available in unlimited supply in an ever more efficient, connected world is the product, you're the product of difficult work. These are Seth Godin's words. The product of difficult work. The difficult work is hurting because you're breaking your normal financial rhythm. The Millionaire Next Door, T. Harv Eker, that's his name. Okay, there's a book called The Millionaire Next Door written by T. Harv Eker, white man. He talks about everybody having a financial thermostat. Maybe you've heard of it, where they have an area that they're comfortable with as far as money is concerned, right? So let's say you're currently making $50,000 a year. You're comfortable, very comfortable at $50,000 a year. And you decide, I want to make 150,000, right? So you could say 10,000 more, you can stretch there. That's like, oh, great. Yay, I got a raise. How wonderful. I'm progressing in life, right? Normal people feel like this. Oh my God, I got a raise, like 10%. Oh my God, that's exceptional in the employee world, right? So most people would be happy with a $5,000 raise, right? In the world of 10K within 60 days, we are quantum leaping. I said we're pulling from the miraculous. We're doing difficult work that makes you rare. Did you hear what I said? I said rare. I have said this repeatedly, that arrogant witch is pioneering. How do you define pioneer? You're leading a change that doesn't yet exist. You're creating a world that doesn't yet exist. Right now, all the Black broads you see is trying to sell to other Black broads. Do you understand there are people who will buy from you who don't look like you? If you need to sell to only Black people, that's another lane. That's another world. Here in Arrogant Witch, we are advising the world. We are doing the difficult work that requires that the miraculous reigns on you. This is science and art. This is not hypothesis, like maybe. This is law. Working with the Law is another book worth your time. Definitely worth your time. The author, Working with the Law, is Hollywell. Last name is Hollywell. It's worth your time. Working with the Law. Amazon it. Becoming rare is difficult work. This is why I can stand before you confidently. Like, I know I'm on maybe 2 handfuls, maybe. Then that's a maybe. I know for sure 1 handful. but tops 2 handfuls of dark-skinned, get clear, dark-skinned magical melanin public witches, public, right? Who has crossed the 7-figure mark in the transformational company. When I was transmitting my shadow self online in 2013, it was shocking. 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 People, first of all, it was shocking for people, all people. The comments, people were like, has your account been hacked? Naima, is this you? Like, that's the kind of way people were responding, because I was determined to get free. Determined. I didn't care what people thought, none of that. Black people, I had a friend send me, she called me, are you okay? I didn't tell anybody what I was up to. Are you okay? That is the difficult work that sets you apart. Now you're gonna do it in your own way. I'm not saying you're gonna do it exactly as I did it, but I will be holding you to an incredibly difficult standard, because I know what it takes. I know what it takes. I know what it took for me to get here. Shit, I know what it took for me to get from my mama's couch in 2013 to where I was even in 2015. Just that alone was like, fuck. Like, first of all, one of the things I'm really excited to dig into with those of you who are going to be enrolling for the course, by the way, let me talk a little bit about that. So I'm only allowing 10 women into this course. 2 spots have already been taken. The investment is $2,000. It's an 8-week course, and it's focused exclusively on the money. The goal is you have 10,000 or more in your bank account within 60 days. Okay? Email me if you would like in. One of the things that I'm really excited to get into is the distinct, get into it, the distinct work. Okay, remember I said you are a pioneer, that you're bringing forth something into the marketplace that does not yet exist. This is what makes you a pioneer. One of the great fears that I had when I was on my mother's couch and was really hungry to come back out into the marketplace, but was still beating myself up for being broke and not being able to get my shit together, was the sexual part of me that I had always had in the back of my existence on earth, that I always kept like back there, right? In this dark place that I was in, it bubbled up intensely. Like, this is a big part of who you are. This work that you have done all alone in your world to heal your own sexual trauma is the work that you're meant to bring to the marketplace. Now, the way that I had gone about healing myself of sexual trauma was like so dangerous and inappropriate. And like, I was just like, no, right? And I was like, who's gonna buy that? Like, part of me was like, who's gonna buy that? Like, who's going to be willing to do these things that are, by most people's standards, inappropriate? Although they are exactly what freed me. That's what I mean by this normal ass world that we live. I'm just, nobody can fuck with me in that domain. I already have lived, like, I know these things. And here's the thing, I knew before I even allowed myself to know. You know, even if you're not allowing yourself to know. Man, bitch, listen, I'll disrespect the fuck out of anybody who want to question this. See, we live in a world that disrespects the unseen. They disrespect the magical domain. They disrespect the occult. Fuck you. And that's why, listen, and I got a whole lot to say about this shit, but I'm gonna save it for another time. What do you have that's dangerous, that's in your shadow, that's inappropriate? That's where your riches is. My first 6 motherfucking figures, after being on my mama couch and she paying my $70 a month cell phone bill, my first 6 figures came from me selling my inappropriate ass methods to healing sexual trauma and sexual shame. That which is dangerous and wrong and inappropriate, that is where your riches is. That's where your pioneering work is. That which you know without even, and that's part of what makes it hard to put the price on, is because you're like, this is nothing. Like, I've been doing this. Look, I promise you. So I'm aware that this is, even Sept said it right here. He said, sometimes, he said, what is both scarce and in demand? It's a question. What is both scarce and in demand? Things that are difficult. Difficult to conceive, difficult to convey, meaning you speaking about it in your videos, you writing about it in your texts, emails, and your social media marketing, etc. Difficult to convey, difficult to conceive, difficult to make, and sometimes difficult even at first to sell. At first to sell. Why am I emphasizing this? Pioneer. That means you're the first. You're the first. What is she doing? What the fuck? What? You're the first. The first is difficult. When everybody else doing it, then in 2013, motherfuckers was not sharing shadow on the internet like that. It was shocking. It was like, oh my God. Now, motherfuckers use it as a marketing strategy. It's like baked into the marketing strategy. For Black women, it's still kind of like, be a Black woman who's able to, because you've done the difficult work, commanding 5, 10,000, 20,000 for your services. Who the fuck is this bitch? Because you've done the difficult work that they are not willing to do. Because you're willing to dig into your shadow, dangerous, demonic self in a way that they aren't willing. Because they too worried about what my mama gonna think, what my husband gonna think, what these people from who I went to elementary school with think. People gonna reject me, think I'm a demon, devil, cult leader who needs to go to hell, right? Versus the difficult work of sitting with the knowing that people are calling you the demon, devil, who needs to go to hell. Sitting with the uncomfortability of being the first, moving through the fatigue, right? Because you're breaking, okay, so I didn't finish my thought with T. Harv Eker, the author of The Millionaire Next Door, that when you're breaking your financial norm, and you're quantum leaping from, let's say, 50,000 to 100,000 to 150,000, you're breaking your current thermometer and creating a new standard. You're breaking it. When you're breaking, it hurts. And most people work to avoid pain. Listen, you do this work and they cannot touch you, literally. Because what I can tell you, as a rich magical melanin witch, is that as you start to break your financial comfort, whatever is comfortable for you right now, we're already at an hour. When you start to break it, you separate yourself from people because there's emotional maturity that's required of you. There's a way that you must learn to work your own mind. All of this we're going to do inside of the program because you have to get to the 10,000 or more within 60 days. There's no way you're going to be able to pull down from the miraculous, holding on to the density that keeps you at your current financial thermostat. So when you're learning how to work with your own mind and thoughts and feelings in your body, you elevate instantly from other people. When you learn how to sit with the uncomfortability of pricing at a level that even you maybe right now can't afford, right? You again elevate yourself above. So that when people down here start trying to, they can't, because the way that they move and talk and think and process is down here with everybody else. But because you've done the work to rework how you think, to rework how you see yourself, to have it where you have your feelings mean what you want it to mean, not the knee-jerk meaning that they currently give. What? This is that advanced ways of being with yourself. So then when somebody comes and says something to you, because you've already worked it and you're sent right here, it doesn't even hit you. Bitch, get up out of here. This is how the fuck you can position yourself as premium. This is how you energetically become more. You raise your financial thermostat, as T. Harv Eker calls it. You break your norm, and then that becomes normal. You break that one, and so forth and so on. Listen, you're gonna do the difficult work or you not. I got broads who've been watching me for years. It works. You already see it works. I've had broads who watch me, like chicks who was commenting on my shit in 2013 when I was like bleh, early on the internet. Dark, shameful, filth on the internet. Who watched me go from that to moving to fucking Italy, bitch. To fucking moving to France, bitch. To having my clients who receipts who had invested 20,000, 65,000, 100,000, commenting on my shit, talking about how their lives have changed, how it's worth it. They watched all of that and still didn't move because guess what? They wasn't willing to do the difficult work. It's hard, and that's what makes it rare, and that's what makes it valuable. And that's what makes you able to position yourself and your services at a premium level, separating you from all other broads charging $100 an hour, $50 for a tarot card reading, a psychic session, etc. Get into it. Look, you in or you out. So listen, I got to go. I got to have lunch. And I got to be ready to meet my women inside the Arrogant Witch community. So listen, I am turned on by working with you and all of your shit to help you radically transform your relationship with money. It's a big fucking deal. These skills that you learn, you have them for a lifetime. It's not just for the 60 days. What about your life 6 months from now? What about next summer? What about Christmas? Right? How you gonna do Christmas? Where you gonna buy? It's not just about 60, it's about using those skills later. And even other domains that have nothing to do with money. Because when you develop the wealth consciousness that you will develop inside of this 8-week course, that affects everything. Your ability to receive touch, attention, help, the ways that you don't let stuff in now, the way people probably been sending help your way. All kinds of that you don't let in because your level of wealth consciousness is low, down on the domain of poverty consciousness, okay? When you do this work, you have the skills for a lifetime. And then all you do is you sharpen them, you sharpen them, you sharpen them. So I am walking evidence that this works, that you can be a dark skin. And this is why I put dark skinned on my about page. That part of what compels me is because, you know, first of all, white women all over the place commanding 5 figures, multiple 5 figures. It's normal, right? And unconsciously, we expect light-skinned Black women to be able to do such a thing. We might not admit it out of our mouths, but unconsciously, we kind of expect, well, if she's yellow, then, you know, she's closer to white, so she can more easily call in big money. Look at me. I've been dark. And when I got my first $65,000 client, my natural hair was twisted up, makeup, nada. So that's why I say, when you dig into your signature work, which is down in what is typically unusual, weird, dangerous, shameful, and it needs to be illuminated, celebrated, and then looking at what about it is bankable. What about it is bankable? What about it is in service to people who are looking for it? Because as it says here, the question is, What is both scarce and in demand? That's the question Seth asked. What is both scarce and in demand? You doing this work that we do, in difficult work that we do inside this 8-week course, is scarce. It's difficult. It's rare. And when you dig into that, find what's bankable and bring it to the marketplace, you create the demand. One of the things one of our Arrogant Witch members said is, I need to be here. I need to. The demand is there because I dug into, and I'm telling you, listen, folks who've been watching know it has taken me a while to get to this place, serving specifically Magical Melanin Witches. The difficultness that it took to get here, the pain, the searching in the dark, the submission, the asking the questions, to keeping going when I'm the only one. There's no mentor that has helped me with this. Yes, I've had business coaches. I'm talking about coming to this power and domain. When you're a pioneer and you're the first, it hurts. It's painful. It's difficult. And that's what makes it rare. And that's what makes it valuable. And that's why I'm able to stand and do this work that I do and command what I command. And it's exactly what you'll be doing. This is duplicatable for you. This is not exclusive to me. So I like to repeat before I go. And I'm gonna go back to the page to see if there's any comments for me to respond to. I'm only allowing 10 folks into this live course. Live meaning I'm involved. This is not a DIY course. I am leading the course. I am with you in it every step of the way, because the goal, remember, is for you to create the 10,000 or more within the course before the course is even over, for you to close 10,000 or more in new business. Okay. I'm only allowing 10 Magical Melanin Witches into this course to maintain the intimacy. 2 spots have already been taken. Okay, that means there's 8 left. If you know this is for you, send me a message, email me, okay, and let me know that you want in. You can either pay in full, the 2,000, or you can split your payment in half, okay? Here's another thing. For everyone who enrolls by Friday, this coming Friday, by 6 p.m. Eastern, and pays in full, right? So this is only if you pay in full by this coming Friday, at 6 p.m. Eastern, you are going to get a 15-minute private power and money call with me, okay? So depending on where you are in your current business, you might, just from that call, be able to create your first return on investment, right? Like, go sell your first high ticket, right? High ticket by your standards. It could be 1,000, it could be 2,000, it could be 5. We're going to focus on where you are. First of all, we can talk about whatever you wish to discuss on the call, but I would encourage you, if you're ready now, right? Because the course starts in August, but if you're ready now to put together whatever it is that you offer and up it to premium, and you feel ready for that now, we can dedicate our 15-minute call to that. Like, how you get out that 15-minute call with whatever we put together in that 15 minutes and go close your first 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 or more, right? Because everybody's coming in at different levels, right? So that is for everyone who pays in full by this coming Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern, right? You email me, because doors have not opened to the public yet. I like to share that. They don't technically open until whatever is the second Monday of August is when doors technically open to the public, okay? So right now I'm just doing this to people who are watching videos, who are on the email list, but the whole push and really pushing it out there does not happen. And listen, if we're full by then, there won't even be a public push, okay? So you email me. My email will be beneath this video within an hour after I'm done here. You email me letting me know you want in, okay? Okay, it's time for me to go. Let me see. Hey, let me see. We got Brittany in the house. We got Queen Superior K in the house. Hey, Queen Superior K. Hey, Camille. Camille, let me read the part. They get to my town. Yes, yes. Hi, LaShawn. All right, I don't think I have any questions here. So in closing, please like this video. You guys know it helps the algorithms. please like this video and also share it. Like, I like to get the likes up on the views up on the video. And a reminder, I'm here every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So I will be back here next Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Why do I have to keep thinking about that? And email me if you want in on this course, which is called 10K or more within 60 days for Magical Melanin Witches. So you commit to doing the difficult work, the scarce work that will make you rare, therefore more valuable in the marketplace, allowing you to position yourself as premium. And I'd like to also remind you, the 3 things that are required of you to begin to position yourself and be a premium priced, money hungry witch is number 1, having the intensity of the desire, okay? Number 2, making the decision that you will create X amount of dollars within X amount of time, okay? Number 3, your thoughts and feelings about you, money, and what you offer, okay? So those are the 3 requirements. And I like to remind you that what we also dig into in the course is your wealth consciousness, okay? We will so be getting into that. And all the nuanced ways that your lack of wealth consciousness shows up, and then tightening up, tighten it up, tighten it up within that 60-day window. Tighten it up, tighten it up, tighten it up. And what you have that's bankable. So anyway, all the details about what we go into in the course is on the sales page, which you will get when you contact me. And don't contact me about the course unless you're serious, okay? I am, for this course, and obviously everybody, whether you're in the Arrogant Witch community or in the course, I want seriousness. But the level of intimacy that's involved in this course, don't bother me unless you're serious, okay? It's really important to me. And finding what's deeply personal for you, right? And typically what's in that is what's most bankable for you and what's in demand to the people who will pay you at a premium level. I'm done. Thank you so very, very much. Sean, get your ticket today. Speed, move with speed. I don't know if you already got your ticket, great. But if you have not got your ticket, get your ticket to Houston today. You want to pull down from the infinite sources of the miraculous? Speed. And I've talked on here countlessly about what opens up to you when you move. Even at the beginning of this video, I talked about how, go watch it. Lots of love, everybody! I'll see you next Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern here on the Arrogant Witch YouTube show. Thank you so much.